Hello from Yes Queen channel. Thank you very much for watching our video. And in today's video, we're gonna answer another question from our viewers. Thank you, Riki. So, she asked us a very interesting question, which is this male dominant idea of two women loving each other is in a relationship. Is this idea dominant in Japan? And in some way, me and my girlfriend, we both think that yes, that idea exists. And in my case, I do think like gender really doesn't matter. Like it depends on how people see things. But girlfriend, my girlfriend also thinks that even women have that idea, but she thinks that that idea is actually male dominant. And it was an interesting conversation, that we had. I've kind of mentioned in my previous video, but me and my girlfriend, we are from very different backgrounds. I didn't talk about it before, but we are from the very different background. For example, about the job, I've been working at the consulting firm. So as a consultant, we are evaluated by our performance, not by our gender. But she'd been working at the environment where people have this idea of men should be like this, women should be like this kind of like culture. So she's been in this like male dominant working environment. And also this one have mentioned in my previous video, but there is a huge age gap between us. So her generation is much more conservative than my generation. So maybe that's why like our opinion kind of like differ. I mean, we both agreed that this idea of two women loving each other isn't a relationship. Is first of all, it's nonsense. But we also have to admit that we've seen people with that idea. So I start with my own experiences. Okay, so I mean, when I realized that I like girls, like I told people, and then some of my friends are like, "Hey, but Mary, you're gonna go back to guys anyways," and I mean they're my friends, so it was okay. But I also felt like, but I actually do have a feeling for her, and this romantic feeling is for real, and I felt like I wasn't taken seriously, and I was a little hurt, but not that much. I mean, it was in the very beginning, right? And now, looking at me and my girlfriend together, nobody's gonna say it isn't real, because if anyone sees us together, everyone's gonna know, oh my god, they're in love. And yeah, our love is really strong. But what annoyed me more was that when some guys approached me, I had been very honest. I'm like, oh no, I like this girl, so I'm not interested, I'm sorry. And then what happened is that some guys actually started approaching these girls that I said I like. And for me, I'm like, seriously, that's just really disrespectful, and it's really annoying. And it's like, yeah, so I've been experiencing in some level of the idea of two women loving each other isn't a really real relationship. Not even loving, but two women together, it's just a phase or something, I've experienced that as well. So that's my experience. So before going to my girlfriend's experience, I'll just share her some thoughts first. So she says that from her background, she really thinks that it's really like paternal like ways, like male dominant way of thinking, that two women loving each other isn't a real relationship. She really thinks that way. And also she says that about women also tend to think that way, some women. And she gave me an example, like for example, when we are students at school and like some girls see other girls playing sports and it looks cool, so they get mixed up, they're like admiration and like admiration and respect and like this crush. So in fact, like when she thinks that, oh, I like her, but like after like a while she realized that, oh, like me thinking cool was just cool, but I didn't have a romantic feeling towards her. I was just confused, you know. So later on she realized that, oh, this wasn't a romantic relationship. Or like some other girls, they're just curious and they just want to try it out, and they're like, okay, no, I've tried, so I'm done, I'll go back to boys. These girls do exist, really, yes. And yeah, but and vice versa, you know, some girls might try it out of curiosity and they realize, oh, I actually like girls, you know. So vice versa, both could happen. So now I'll go back to my girlfriend's experience. I'm not gonna, to be honest, I'm not gonna enjoy talking about it a lot, but my girlfriend suggested that it will help to understand her opinion, so I'm gonna share it here. So I mean, unlike me, since she was very small, she knew that she likes girls. And then, like, when she was at junior high school, her female friends started having romantic feelings towards guys, you know. So they're always talking about guys, right? And they're like, oh my god, how can I approach him? So sometimes she suggested that, hey, do you want to practice with me? Right? And then they had this like little intimate practice I don't even want to talk about. But anyways, and then on the very next day, her heart's kind of beating, you know. She's thinking, oh, like how she's gonna react and all. But on the very next day, when she saw her friend, she acted like nothing happened, you know. And then soon she and, like, not she but they started dating the guys they liked. So every time her heart got broken, you know, every time she felt like, oh, I'm not even counted as the romantic target, I'm really just this practice to approach guys, you know. So she was like, really, like, I'm not even counted. That's how she felt. And every time I hear that, my heart hurts, you know. But I'm also glad that we found each other. Anyways. And also, like, when she was still around, like, junior high school, she was with her female friends, and she told them that, hey, I think a girl likes another girl, I think it's okay. And then all her friends started saying that it's really disgusting, ew. So she figured that, okay, I really have to hide my sexuality, I really have to hide that I like girls, you know. So she hid it for a while. We're gonna go into the detail maybe in the next different video, but yeah, so she really experienced, you know, that two girls together isn't seen as real. Yeah. And also she gave me another interesting insight. So she told me that financial factor could also be another reason. And then she told me that some girls, even though they had been with another girls, or they been having romantic feelings towards women, she told me many women ended up with men because of the financial matter. And it was really interesting because I know that this gender equality, you know, unfair wage issue, like, this is still very prevalent in Japan. But as I've mentioned earlier, you know, as a consultant, I'm not evaluated. My wage doesn't depend on my gender. It depends on my performance, right? So, like, hearing real stories, you know, from her, and hearing that, like, this gender inequality affects the private life this much was very shocking to me, you know. Like, it really was shocking. Yeah. So so she told me that because, you know, like, I've talked about it in my previous video, but she used to go to, like, this, like, LGBTQ plus area, so she knows some people, right? And she told me that she seen many people ended up with guys for the financial matter, because two women earning isn't enough to make a living. That was very shocking, but yeah, she told me that it really happens a lot. Yes, to summarize, me and my girlfriend, we both think that the idea of two women loving each other isn't a real relationship is still prevalent in some level, you know. And the reason could be that yeah, like some girls get confused about their emotions, or they just want to try it for curiosity, just a phase for some girls, or some men think that two women thing isn't real, it's just a fantasy. It's not. But anyways, and also like the financial situation, you know, gender inequality on wage actually affects as well. So, and also of course our what we think is that two women loving each other is real. Us, me and my girlfriend loving each other is real, you know, it's very strong. And my girlfriend was getting even very emotional, saying that look at us and look at other couples around here, you know, around us, you know. I mean, there are just straight couples around us at the time, but she was getting really emotional, and she was like, how can anyone say that our love isn't as strong as their love? Our love is really strong, and I agree, it is really strong. But anyways, I get it, and I felt her emotion, right? I felt her anger, I felt her like agony, I felt it, you know. And really, like, I know that we shouldn't care, right? But at the same time, it doesn't feel great that our love is kind of like looked down as if we're nothing. I mean, our love is really strong. So yeah, so that's what we thought. Yes. So thank you very much, Riki, for really sharing this very interesting question, because, you know, the last part of the answer, you know, which is that financial, some women end up with men because of their financial reason, you know, it's just not about like LGBTQI plus, it's also about gender inequality, you know. So yeah, like, it was very interesting to think about it. So thank you very much, you know, like, I mean, we always learn something from the comments or questions, you know, so it's really interesting, and we enjoy talking about these questions. So thank you very much, and if you have any more questions, please share questions or comments on the comment section. So, and you know, like, really we learn from like comments and questions, and I'm hoping that, you know, like, not just us, but I mean, we can try to like give you some like tips or something, but also like, I really want this like platform to be somewhere where we can all communicate. So yeah, like, I really we really appreciate, and we're really waiting for more comments and questions. So yeah, thank you very much. And if you liked our video, please press like, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. So thank you very much, and see you very soon. Bye.